If you've looked up in the sky in the past couple of days, you may have noticed the bright colors of fireworks, and our local fireworks outlets are ready to go.
We will be here. We are open every day from 8 a.m. until 11 p.m. until the 4th. On the 4th, we'll be open from 8 a.m. until midnight, as long as we have product, and we've only sold out 1 year. Actually, we've got a lot of new fireworks, actually. And then, as always, we have the buy one, get three free. And so anything that has a yellow sign is the buy one, get three free. But as always, there's a lot of great ones that have come back and returned, a lot of big ones. And then there's a lot of new ones that are very, very cool.
In Scotts Bluff, we have a walk-in store, and then we have 3 remote locations that are in big yellow trailers. And those actually sit in Mitchell and Gearing in the Fresh Foods parking lots in both towns. And then we also have Bridgeport at the community center there in Bridgeport. And I've been doing it for about 23 years now, so there's always a new cycle of product coming out each year. So it's pretty cool to go to some distributor shows, see what's new. Just like everything else, the bursts keep getting bigger, the effects get better, and they really find a way to fill the sky. We do sell June 25th, which is today, is opening day, and then we sell all the way through the 4th, basically 10 to 10 at all of our locations.
It's usually 9 to 10, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., and then on the 3rd and 4th, as long as people come in, I'll stay open. On the 4th, I have to close by midnight. We've got quite a few new items in. There's some new artillery shells that are preloaded, a bunch of new novelty stuff, which is the smaller stuff for the kids. Different, probably about 70 or 80 new multi-effects, which are your aerial stuff that will go up anywhere from a 200 gram to a 350 or 500 gram. We've got different Roman candles in, different smoke items. The industry is always changing. They're getting new effects. They're always trying, whether it's different sparklers or bottle rockets, there's always something new. This is 48 years that we've done fireworks. And I remember when I was 5 or 6, I liked the little tanks and the little cars. And now they have them that they're actually made out of plastic. So when you do light them off, you have something left over. So I like looking at families coming in and first-time kids and stuff buying fireworks, and just the smiles on their face, and the fact that they're passing on a tradition that was passed on to me from my parents and grandparents.
Sellers and local emergency management teams alike would also like to remind residents to be safe while having fun.
Safety is always top priority with adult supervision, maybe a hose or bucket of water ready. And then we always tell people that it's called brace a cake. So if it's a multi-shot cake that's going to go up in the air and explode, it has a lot of power behind it. So we always recommend to brace it with either 2 bricks, one on either side, or maybe even landscape blocks. And that just keeps it from tipping over or shooting somewhere it shouldn't. So I just remind everybody going into the 4th to celebrate safely and enjoy the 4th with their family.
The staff at the Scottsbluff Fire Department wants to remind the public to be extra vigilant when lighting off fireworks this year. With the week of high temperatures on the way, vegetation is going to start drying out, which can increase the chance of fire. Fireworks can only be lit between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. from June 25th through July 3rd, and on July 4th between 8 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. There are fireworks that are illegal in Nebraska, and if you are found with those fireworks, they will be confiscated. Another safety tip is to have a fire extinguisher on hand and have an emergency plan just in case. On June 20th, the area experienced an incredibly strong storm that caused damage throughout Scottsbluff County. This storm knocked out power for most of the area and produced 2 tornadoes. The National Weather Service, following the storm, surveyed the damage and found evidence of an EF1 tornado near Morrill. Straight-line winds in excess of 98 miles per hour, as a part of the same supercell, caused damage to trees, buildings, and power lines. Flash flooding was also present following the storm. Grant Otten, Media Relations Specialist at Nebraska Public Power, said on June 21st, as far as damage, it looks like we have over 30 sub-transmission structures broken or damaged and around 15 distribution poles broken. NPPD linemen from Chadron, Kearney, Lexington, McCook, Ogallala, Rushville, and York are aiding in the restoration efforts. Region 22 Emergency Management Interim Director Ashley Hawkins gave us an update on the storm damage.
3 of the power companies that were affected, which was Roosevelt Public Power, NPPD, and then I just got a report today that WAPA was affected. There were no injuries. We were really fortunate because it was definitely a scary storm.
Yeah.
Right now, the National Weather Service has rated it an EF1 tornado, and there's also straight line winds, and those straight line winds had gusts up to 100 miles per hour. There was several outbuildings that were completely destroyed, and obviously a bunch of power poles taken out. I mean, we're still dealing with the power outages right now. And then there was major damage to several primary homes. So just like roofs taken out, holes in roofs that made the house like unlivable. That's why we're really thankful for Firefighter Ministries and Red Cross for coming out and helping the citizens.
As our team ventured out to observe the damage from the storm, we discovered the strength of our community. One of the residents we spoke to had a large tree come down, just missing her house. She said that she was so thankful for her neighbors who came over right after the storm and helped to clear the tree from her yard. Another small neighborhood that lost a lot of trees was simply thankful that no one got hurt and they were able to help each other clean up the trees. Another resident wanted to recognize the efforts of our power company teams to get power restored and to say thank you to the stores and restaurants who did have power, fulfilling the needs of the community during this event. Our team would like to remind residents to be safe and to avoid areas with down power lines and flooded roads. If you find a down power line, please contact your local police department or power company. Be sure to check out the community calendar and more stories from around the area on our website at www.aroundthetownnews.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching Around the Town News.